Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another reading vlog for you, and it is also the start of a new series because this is an Illumicrate book, and I have like 7 Illumicrate books that I haven't read yet. I get them every month, obviously, you know, it's a subscription. I film a short, like have all the beautiful sides and the inside and pages and all. I upload the short and then I don't ever look at the book again. I just put it on my TBR file. Some of these, what was it, like the Raven Scholar? That is like this thick. Personally, I like thinner books, as you can see here from the ones I have laying around. But that book is maybe very good and it might be a 5-star read for me. I just have to get to it. So maybe now that I'm starting this challenge of reading all the Illumicrate books, I'll get to it somewhat soon. I'm not sure. So anyways, this is a Treachery. How do you say that? Treachery? Swans? Treachery? English is not my first language. I apologize. By Poranek. It looks like a gorgeous cover. I just put it on for this video now because I don't read books with dust jackets on. This is what it looks like without. Oh, even has beautiful. Look at that. Look at the swan. This is a retelling of Swan Lake, or at least there are some Swan Lake elements in it. I'm 10 pages in. Don't ask me too much. These are the end pages. And what I really love about it, you have a official playlist and you have BTS on there. You also have a dramatis personae. Everyone that's involved in it. And I gotta say, this French, well, the book is not French, but a lot of names and places and just objects are French. So for example, there is a crown that is mentioned, and instead of crown, it is called the couronne. So if you're like me, I speak French, I'm fine with that, but if you don't speak French, or if you just know the basics, like bonjour, je m'appelle, comment ça va, you might be struggling a little bit, but you can Google it. It's not that big of a deal. So where I'm at is that Odile, which is the main character, but I think these two are the main characters, but so far we're following Odile, who's an actress and who's playing at the Théâtre du Roi. And her kind of like adopted father, he kind of took her in, who's also the director of the theater. Theater. Reno told her to steal things because he's working with magic to create spells. He wants to bring back Morgan, who was the once patron of the kingdom and who actually put a curse on the land, and he wants to bring her back so she can lift the curse. Now, how to do that? Like, she has stolen a couple of things here and there, like brooches and things that are not as significant. However, now she has to meet up with Marie-Odette, who is apparently supposed to be marrying the Dauphin. So she's supposed to take her place. She's supposed to take her place to get close to the Dauphin, then to steal the crown, because the crown is apparently the most expensive thing and one of the only things that is made out of gold, and that will just work so well with the magic spell that Rigno, her adopted father, whatever, is trying to do. The theatre is actually, Théâtre du Roi is sprawled languidly at the edge of Lac des Cygnes. Lac des Cygnes is Swan Lake. So is it really, like, is it? I've never seen Swan Lake. I never read anything about Swan Lake. I know that it's a ballet, a play, and that's all I know. So is it really a twist on Swan Lake, or is it just, like, it's just Swan Lake mentioned because the theatre is literally on the edge of the lake? I have no idea. Don't ask me. So yeah, that's why I'm 10 pages in. I'm curious to see, because apparently Marie-Odette and Odile, they've known each other for a while. I'm curious. And also it's a sapphic story, so will they work together to get rid of the Dauphin and to, kind of lift the curse? I have no idea. I might as well go to Spotify and then put all these songs into playlist and listen to them. I mean, the Swan Lake, Act 2, number 10, Scene Moderato. That makes sense. But Taylor Swift? I feel like her adopted father, keep an eye on him, because I feel like he's just using Odile to do the dirty work for him, and he's not doing anything. You know what I mean? Like, why does she always have to steal things? Why is he not doing anything? Yes, he's making the magic spells and all, but why is he not doing anything big? I'm going to continue to read, and I'm excited to have a new reading vlog coming up, and to finally start the Illumicrate reading vlog challenge, whatever it is. I will update you once something amazing happens, or maybe scene, oh god, 14? I'm terrible with Roman numbers. No, 19. Oh god, I'm confused. I'm just gonna read. I'm just gonna read. Bye, see you. Very quick update. Marie literally turned into a swan, and Odile literally turned into Marie. You know, it's all imaginary, but when Marie was transformed into a swan, I was like, what the fuck? What is going on? And now Odile is, you know, like she's living in Marie's body, and she's now trying to gain the attention and the heart of Aimé Victor, Dauphin, like the heir. It's just, girl, really. Odile is now at the palace, and she was just asked to dance. You know, Marie Dodette, would you do me this honor? And the thing is, I said that, yes, like it's a lot of French words in there, but I feel like sometimes the book is trying a bit too hard to be French. You know, like some words could have easily been English, but no, it had to be the French word. The chateau, like the castle, is called Front du Lac. What do you call it? Front du Lac, like the part of a building, object, or person's body that faces forward and is most often seen or used. Of course, it's called Chateau Front du Lac because it's literally at the Lac des Cygnes, like the Swan Lake. And it's the most impressive and mysterious and biggest building there is. Of course it is. So yeah, I'm only on chapter 6 now, where Odile, aka Marie, aka Odile, was asked to dance, and that's it. Not much has happened. Odile has also, like, she's not the only one there. She's not the only one who's trying to get to the Dauphin and, you know, marrying him and become the future queen or whatever. There are a lot of other girls there, and she's already played a ploy, saying that, oh, white is his favorite color, and I'm gonna wear white tonight, because she's Marie, not Odile. Marie is actually the one that's supposed to marry him. You know, everyone's like putting bets on her that she will be the one. So of course all the other girls are like, oh, if she's wearing white, I'm gonna wear white. Turns out she was, I think, the last one to arrive at the ball. Everyone was wearing white apart from her. She wore a very dark, deep black. So the gown was of a thick satin, black as ink, or as death, or as an owl's wings at midnight. All eyes on her. She's already the favorite. I hope it goes well. I hope. And I hope Odile has some other plans, because I know those girls, they will not back down. They want Victor. And they will probably try everything possible to get to Victor, you know what I mean? I just want to give that insane update that the one girl was literally transformed into a swan. Really, and here I was getting ready for like a sapphic story. It's good so far. Not the best I've ever read, but good. And I'm intrigued. I want to see how the story continues and how it ends. If she gets to the crown, and if the two girls will end up together. I guess they do, from the, you know, judging from the end pages here. I want the story, all in all. Hi, it is a couple of days later. You know, it's cool outside, so I got, you know, the flannel on. Anyway, so I am on page 241. What have we done? I only have this much to read, and quite a lot of things have happened. I even got my notes here. I don't know where I left off. So, I think I said that she turned Marie into a swan and herself into Marie, and now she wants to get close to the Victor, you know, the heir to the throne, and that's where I left off. So her plan worked. He actually picked her to be married, you know, like she's now his bespoken future wife, whatever. And the king is obviously not amused by that, because he has picked out someone for his son. And the son completely went against him, and he's pissed, and he even gets slapped in the face, the son, by the king. And Odile, as Marie, hears it, but she cannot do anything about it. She's just happy that her plan worked out. However, in the middle of the night, you have chaos going on. In German, you say Tohu va bohu. All hell breaks loose, because guess what? The king is dead. And just a little side quest here. Her brother, whose name is Damien, he is a musketeer god, and specifically the kind of god that only takes care of Victor himself, like, you know, like his personal god that follows him around everywhere. And apparently Damien is being caught by other gods, whatever, with the knife in his hand. And it's not only the king dead, but two other gods. And obviously, if you get caught red-handed with the knife in your hand, you get thrown into prison. Because who else would it be if you literally kneel over the king who's dead with a knife in your hand? People are trying to find out who did it, well, Damien, and why he did it. In a very weird twist of turns, you have Marie as the swan, who actually witnessed everything that went on, because she's a swan. She lives in the pond right next to where it happened. The thing is, she's a swan, she cannot talk. Somehow, Odile, like, she wants to find out what has gone on, because obviously her brother that is suspect and is probably about to be killed because, you know, treason, and he killed the king. You know what I mean? She cannot talk to Marie. Marie actually tries to attack her because she was turned into a swan. I would attack her too. Like literally just... Swans are very vicious beasts. Have you ever seen a swan up close? Ooh. Odile tells Marie, listen, I need your help because my brother is about to be killed for something he probably didn't do because he is the best friend and the god of Victor. I also think like these two have like something going on there, but you know, it's not fully mentioned. It's kind of implied, but it's not fully mentioned, you know, like face to face. But thing is, Damien would never do that. She knows her brother, and Victor also knows Damien. Like they've been together for a long time, you know, he's been his god for a very long time. He knows that he would never do anything like that. So Odile goes back to her father, who is very suspicious. I feel like he has something to do with everything that's going on, and he's not, like he told her, when I'm done, when I got the crown, we will all have power, and you know, you will be able to do whatever you want. He's playing with her. I just know he's playing with her. So she goes back to her father and says, hey, can you help me with this? I need to transform Marie back because my brother's under crime investigation. And he's like, nah, did you forget the plan? We're going to stick to the plan. Damien has never been a fan of me. Damien has never wanted to work with me. We do not care about him. We need to stick to the plan. So Odile, she's going on her own and she transforms Marie back. However, there's a twist to it because Marie only transforms back into a human at night, and then during the day she's a swan. Something went wrong. Obviously, Odile is not as powerful or as, you know, not as good with magic as other people. So then everything gets explained. They kind of put the stories together, you know, what Marie saw, what Odile saw, and who and what could be behind it. Now it turns out the king was killed. Yes, he's dead. He's not there anymore. But he was attacked by something much worse than just a knife. His whole torso is split and cut open. Looks like someone bit into him or something bit into him. Now what it is, we need to find out. Okay, that's where I'm at. And also, Odile and Marie, when they were young, they used to play with each other. Marie obviously was from a fancy, rich family. Odile was not. And she was kind of brought in as the peasant girl to occupy the other daughter, you know, to keep her company and to not have that daughter mess with whatever the family has going on, because that's a rich family and, you know, they do not want to deal with childcare. So they know each other, and some things happen. I don't want to spoil you too much, but some things happened that they kind of had a fallout. And now they're back together, now they're trying to work. And Victor, the heir currently, he's not the heir. The regent has actually turned over, which is the king's brother. And he says, as long as you're not crowned king, you have nothing to say. And I was like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Like, he's just lost his father. There's much more going on, I feel like. And we found out that Victor is always taking a sip of a potion that is made by his stepmother, who is always very hostile towards Odile as Marie, because some things happened there. I cannot tell you too much. I'm not going to spoil you too much, okay? If you want to read it, read the book. Odile and Marie actually together find out that the plants that the step queen is taking and making the potions with do not exist in any book. They can be found in the garden somewhere, but they're not mentioned in any book. So Odile even asks Victor, hey, do you know what plant this is? And he's like, oh, she's always using the wildest plants, herbs, and flowers to make her potions, so I'm not even questioning it. And apparently he's taking that potion because he's hysteric and, you know, he has problems and all. And Marie and Odile, they both say, listen, that just cannot be real. She's making you take that so you actually stay calm and not interfere with whatever she has to do, because she is now, according to Marie and Odile, a suspect as well. Because now that the king is dead, the only one left is Victor, because then, if Victor dies, her other son with the king would become king. He's still a child, and it will be too obvious if the king dies and then a few weeks after his son dies, so she's doing it slowly but steady. Turns out the queen, the step queen, also has magical powers. She's also a sorcière, a witch. It's just so much going on. I have like, that's where I'm at right now, and the queen was attacked by something very dark. Again, probably the same thing that attacked the king. 140 pages left, so I'm curious to see what else going on here. The queen did something to Odile. Now, her magic is not working anymore. I think Marie is back as Marie herself. She's not a swan anymore. I enjoy it, actually. So far, I would give it like 4 stars. It depends on the end. It really depends on the end, because if her father is actually the bad guy, then I don't know, like, I have trouble with being excited about an ending that was kind of predictable. I'm not the smartest ever, right? I'm definitely not. If you see my vlogs, you know. But sometimes I just get a hunch, and I feel like he has something to do with everything. I just feel like it. Maybe he is secretly behind it to kill everyone off so that he can become king because of whatever blood he has inside him. He will become king. I don't know. I don't trust that guy. Odile, she very much believes him because she's, you know, she was kind of adopted by him, you know, she was an orphan and he took her in and he taught her everything that he knows. Everything that he knows, obviously not, but you know, he's promising her quite a lot. And even her own brother, Damien, said, why do you trust this man? You trust him more than me, your own brother. This is the first, what do you call it, Illumicrate book that I do in a vlog, and I feel like it will end well in terms of my rating. Not, there might be more people dying in this book, let's just say. We'll continue to read and then I will update you when I'm done with it and let you know what I think. I'll be back. Hi. I have finished the book, and yes, I have new glasses on, and they are much stronger than the others. You know, the prescription went up, and oh my god, the headache that I have. The thing is, I clench my jaw and grind my teeth, and I'm adjusting to new glasses. Like, my whole head is just in pain. That is not the point of this video, right? I have finished Treachery of Swans, and I give this 3.5 stars because I actually really enjoyed it. Now, I went in thinking, will I actually enjoy it? Because I'm not really a Swan Lake fan or a play in general. I've never seen a play. On YouTube, yeah, sure, but like with my own eyes, live on stage, never. I didn't know what to expect, but I actually really enjoyed the story. So I don't remember the last thing I told you about. I think, was it not what that our main character Odile found out that the queen is also of magic blood and she's a witch and all. I don't want to tell you too much about it because obviously if you're interested in the story you should read it because it's not that bad. Basically what I thought would happen happened, that her father actually betrayed her and he worked with the regent because they want to get rid of the king and the crown prince and the whole family so they can reign themselves. Turns out her father's not only a descendant of a big wizard, he is the wizard. So yeah, I feel like it was a bit too much cliche, but in the end it all made sense and I really enjoyed the story. And turns out the crown prince, he actually has gold blood as well. And guess what? He is turning into the beast that killed the king, his own father. The poison that the stepmother gave him was not to poison him, but it was to keep the beast contained and to keep it inside of him. I really enjoyed the story. I had a good time. I will not tell you what happens. Like, the thing is, at the end, Odile and Marie, they kind of come together, right? But then something happens and, you know, they separated again. How? You have to read the book if you want to know. And it's kind of like, if you want to see her again or if you want to be with her again, you need to fight the other wizards and witches and whatever. But then you have the epilogue. If I understood it correctly, tells you that they are in fact together again. You know, I was already preparing myself with the last chapter that there will be at least another book coming, but then with the epilogue, I thought maybe this is it. I'm not really sure. Like, the ending left me confused. It actually left me confused. Like, it would have been fine if the book ended with, oh, they are separated, boom, deal with it. It's not a happy ending. I like happy endings, of course. I think everyone likes happy endings, but once in a while, you know, if they don't end up together, then they don't, and that's okay as well. So yeah, the ending really left me confused, and the only thing that I have to complain about just a little bit is, as I told you, I feel like the author tried really hard to bring in the French into this book, because what do you have to call it, la couronne? Like, what can you say, the crown? I tried a bit too hard with the French stuff, right? And I get it, French is a nice language, French is always like chic, and you know, but at the same time, I just thought, man, if I had to read one more French word, I would scream. However, I really enjoyed the book. Okay, let me know what you thought of it if you read it. It doesn't have that much good ratings on Goodreads, for example, but I enjoyed it. I had a good time. I think I told you that I've redone the shelf, the bookcase itself. Asian literature, Roman, because I do love me some good Roman history. Nothing. I might put it there. I enjoyed it enough to keep. For now, that might change. Like, in a year or so, when I go through my books, I might say, you know what, this is not that good. I'm going to get rid of it. Usually I'm somewhat, if I really don't like a book, I'm getting rid of it immediately, right? I have a bag that I collect that I either give, like, we know people that go to flea markets, right? And then that money will be donated to, I think, an animal charity, or that I put into the public bookshelf or whatever, that I try to sell, whatever. But so far, I like it. That was it. That was the vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. I have not started a new vlog because I'm still reading Crescent City, and that is 800 pages, and I'm like 250 pages in it. I'm not really enjoying it. But that's another story. So, oh yeah, that counted for Hercule, in case you care. Animal The white animal, I put the swan in because, you know, like she's literally turning into a swan. And for the queer alphabet, lesbian. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you read the book and what you think. It was not that bad. Was it the best book I've ever read? No, but it definitely was not bad. So, I see you in my next video.